Hi everyone and welcome to the Medieval PS1 Ultimate Trophy Guide. Look in the description below for all the timestamps for the trophies you need, and you can follow this guide from start to finish and you'll platinum with this game. And with that, let's dive right in. So we start off our list with the Master Dan at Arm trophy, which unlocks once you've collected all the weapons. So in the crypt, pick up the small sword and the daggers. Next we move on to the Healthiest Man Alive or Dead trophy, which unlocks once you got all the life bottles. So there's one in Dan's crypt and then one in the left side of the angel statue in the following level. So next we start off with the King of Cups, which unlocks once you've unlocked all the Chalice of Souls. So the first one is on the east side of the angel. The actual first trophy to unlock is the Decimator. So you have to defeat enemies with your spinning sword. You need to defeat 30 of them to unlock this trophy. Alright, so next up we move on to the Spring to Life trophy. So you need to deplete a Fountain of Life once, and then for the follow-up trophy later on you need to do it 10 more times, so just do it with 10 more fountains as well. Cool, the next weapon in our Master Dan at Arm trophy is basically the crossbow received from Kenny Tim. Okay, cool, so we move on to the Deadly Smorgasbord trophy, and it's a lot easier in this version. You just need to die 5 times and you need to see the game over screen as well. So you basically need to game over 5 times. There's no special method. You can just, like I did here, I just ran into the lava 5 times continuously, and on the 5th time it unlocked. Okay, so we are tackling 2 trophies now, Sneaky and the Rock Wrangler trophy. So in the Rock Wrangler trophy you need to get up the hill in the cemetery hill level without actually being struck by the boulders. So a good way to do this as well is always run with your shield up, so to block any boulders. And coincidentally you can also unlock the Sneaky trophy because you mustn't take any damage. So once you do that, you should unlock both of these trophies. Okay, cool, so we're moving on to the Witch's Familiar trophy, and basically to do that you need to complete both Witch's quests. But first, to do that you actually need to pick up the Witch's Talisman. Alright, cool, so the next chalice which is available in Cemetery Hill is in the secret area, which you need to unlock once you get the club weapon. And that's on the right side of the level, so you need to pick up, it's near where the Witch's Talisman is, that's where the Chalice of Souls is. Cool, lekker, and then the next life bottle will be received from Kenny Tim in the Hall of Heroes. Okay, cool, so unlock the Gimme That Back trophy. You need to actually get your weapon back from when the imp actually steals your weapon. So this can be done in the Hilltop Mausoleum, and once they do that, just smack the imp with the club and get your small sword back. Okay, so the next King of Cups is available in the Hilltop Mausoleum. You just need to give the Phantom his sheet and then he'll open it up. Okay, cool, so we now have a nice 3-in-1 combo. So you have the Not So Armless, Mostly Armless, and the Painful Demise you can unlock. You just need to defeat the Stained Glass Demon with just your arm. Now this isn't a difficult boss, he has a few phases. The first phase, it'll shoot you with glass shards when he exposes his heart. Note that you also need to attack his heart with your arm to unlock, well, to do any damage to him. And his second phase is that he'll also, well, freeze you. And then the first phase, you just do a explosion type of attack. So you're going to have to tank it a few times, but it's not that difficult. You can just run. You don't have dash yet, but it's okay. Just dodge his incoming shots, kill it, and then just whittle down his HP. It's not too difficult. And if you do struggle, but just keep at it, you'll win it at no time. Alright, next up for Dan is some hammer time, once you pick up the hammer in the Hall of Heroes. Okay, so this trophy alone might just prove that maybe Zarok isn't the bad guy that maybe Daniel is. You need to basically kill one of the ants roaming around in any of the graveyard levels, and yeah. Cool. In return to the graveyard, just go and pick up the silver shield for this, well, 2-4 progress made toward this trophy. Cool, so at the end of, near the end of the level before the boss fight, just in that rocky mountain area, just pick up the chalice. Cool, very easy trophy this to pick up. Just go and beat the wolves with a hammer. This is a step back from the previous boss, so not very difficult at all. Just smack them with your hammer. Alright, cool. So you go back to Dan's crypt and smack the secret wall and pick up the life bottle. You also unlock the walls Are For Chumps trophy once you go back to Dan's crypt and just then smash the wall down. Okay, cool. So now we're moving on to the first quest in the Witch's Familiar. So once you get to the Enchanted Earth, you actually have an option. You cannot continue the level the first time until you get the Shadow Artifact. But you can actually enter the level. So you just go left and then you go and speak to the Forest Witch. Now the Forest Witch will request from you to go into the Ant Caves. And you need to bring her, I think, if I remember correctly, 7 pieces of amber. So in this cave, you're gonna have to run through a bit and you have to go and defeat some ants, and obviously you'll find pieces of amber scattered throughout the level. The amber is also hidden within the larvae within the level as well. So just go around, keep on exploring. You'll find all pieces of amber. There is more pieces than just the 7 that you need to collect. And there's actually, I think, about 10 or 12 pieces in this level. I do stand corrected on that stat. But yeah, you just need to collect enough for the witch, and then she'll then reward you with some chicken drumsticks, which is actually also needed for some other trophies. So you're gonna have to also do this level twice, but you're gonna have to use up all your chicken drumsticks as well before doing this level again. So just the tip as well. Basically, you're gonna have to do this twice. Alright, so for the next King of Cups, you're not actually gonna get the chalice. You're gonna have to free 6 fairies in the Ant Caves as well. So it's the same strategy you're gonna have to follow as with the amber. You're gonna run around and you're gonna have to basically save 6 fairies. They basically within the wall, you'll spot them immediately because it's like a more colored amber that they are stored in. So just run around, smack them with your hammer. If you don't have a hammer yet, why not? But you can always use the club as well. So yeah. Right, cool. So Morten would be proud. You just need to unlock this trophy not by unlocking all entries in the Book of Galamir like in the remake, but just by defeating 250 enemies. So this will come naturally. So to unlock the antagonist trophy, you need to defeat the Ant Queen. So I did try to check if melee weapons work. They do not, but just run around, switch between your hammer and your crossbow at this stage. You can always do this stage later if you want to get the longbow, but at this stage the crossbow should be sufficient. You can just run around, avoid her acid spit, and any of the mobs that come around you can smack with your hammer. Once she starts screaming and looking up and calling down the boulders, you need to start then hitting her with arrows. So just continue this until she's basically done so, and then you'll also obviously unlock the trophy at the end. Okay, great. So for the next part, you'll get the broadsword as well as a bit of a lecture. Okay, so to unlock the impaired imp drivers is quite easy. You just need to defeat the imps there at the scarecrow level. You just need to run through them. Well, basically you need to target their head first of all, and then you can just run to the back and basically kill the imp at the back. That's basically the strategy for both of them. Yeah, so you can switch between your crossbow or any other weapon that you want to do. I actually used my daggers because I haven't used the daggers at this point, because yeah, the daggers are basically useless. So yeah, it's not a difficult, it's just giving me a bit of more challenge. But yeah, the best is basically just using your crossbow, so then it's over quite quickly. Okay, cool. So the Chalice of Souls is after you've got the harvester working again. You just follow the path towards the chalice. Okay, cool. So then obviously next to the chalice you'll find the life bottle, so remember to pick that up. Okay, so the next chalice in Pumpkin Gorge is near the beginning of the level. You need to return there and equip your hammer, because there's a secret wall that you'll see. Just go back to the beginning of the level and pick up the chalice. Alright, so back at the Hall of Heroes and you'll get a spear for all your troubles. Very nice. Okay, so this next trophies, you'll unlock the Witch's Familiar after this battle, as well as the Pumpkin Serpent one. But before we go to the basically talk about how to defeat the Pumpkin Serpent, just listen to basically get the quest from the Pumpkin Witch just beforehand. Cool, okay, so now we go on to the boss fight. So the boss will summon some mobs. This one is very much easy. It's not as difficult as in the remake, although the remake isn't also difficult, but they added a lot more mechanics. This thing, it stands away, it can't really hurt you. Get out your spears and you'll defeat it in no time. Okay, so after you've defeated the Pumpkin King, go speak to the Pumpkin Witch and you'll unlock this trophy. Cool, so after the boss fight, so some areas were open, one of them is this well, and then you can just jump in and pick up the chalice. Okay, so once you're back in the Hall of Heroes, go speak to the Centaur and he'll give you a longbow. Okay, so on Lock Cooper you need to destroy a lot of barrels there in the sleeping village. So just destroy any barrels you see fit. It's basically 15 I believe. And then once you've done that, the trophy will unlock. So if it doesn't unlock yet, destroy more barrels. Okay, so a bit of a combination, the King of Cups, Progress, and It's Not Their Fault, their Mad trophy. So the King of Cups, obviously the chalice is near the mayor's house, so once you've got enough souls in there, make sure to pick up the chalice. So one of the things that unlocks this trophy, and it's actually one of your more annoying trophies in this game, is that you're not allowed to basically do any sort of damage or basically not even daring dash into the Mad family. So there's the wife, the little kid, as well as the dad. So just make sure that you do not do any daring dashes, only use your circle, basically circle, and then don't even look at your X or your cross button or the square button, because you never know, like an attack might occur and then you have to basically do this from the beginning. Luckily it's not for the whole level, you just basically need to unlock the shadow artifact, or get access to the mayor's key. Then the Zarok soldiers will show up and the Mad family will be gone. So yeah, I think the dad is just near the lake, so that's the only place that you need to wait for. Also again, the club is here. If you have missed it previously, it is needed for the Dan at Arms, so make sure to always pick that up, and yeah, go from there. Good luck with this, and I should just follow the on-screen prompts and you'll get it. Don't worry and keep trying. It's not that difficult, but yeah, it is still an annoying trophy to get. Cool, so back in the Hall of Heroes, go pick up an axe. Yeah, the guy is definitely not based on Genghis Khan. Okay, cool, so remember to pick up the chalice in the labyrinth. It's near the elephant of the third riddle, so just make sure to go back there and go pick up the chalice. Okay, so partial put 2 potions unlocked once you've actually consumed your very second energy veil. So just make sure this comes naturally as well. Just play through the game and it'll unlock. Cool, so back in the Hall of Heroes, go speak to our buddy the Centaur again. He'll give you a flaming longbow, which is actually, in my view, the best weapon in the game after the magic sword. Okay, cool. So in the asylum, the guys hit hard, but they're also like glass cannons. You also need to make your way through down to the bottom, and at the bottom of the level, you'll pick up the chalice. Cool, you've noticed that you'll pick up some dragon gems. So the first one you would have picked up from the pumpkin witch. And the second one you need is here at the end of this level. So make sure to pick it up. Otherwise you'll get stuck later in the game. Okay, cool. So back in the Hall of Heroes again, you'll have one of the most entertaining dialogues with a guy that doesn't accept that the magic sword is better than the magic shield, and the magic sword is better than the magic shield. Okay, so again, another trophy that'll come naturally is this moneybags trophy. Just make sure that you actually have 2,500 gold in your inventory, as you'll see attached. Once you've hit that, the trophy will unlock. Okay, so to unlock the Colonel Fortescue special recipe, remember those chicken drumsticks that we've gotten in the Ant Caves quest. You need to go there and basically just throw it and eat the chicken. Cool, so now we've added magic. You just need to go to a merchant and basically you need to enchant your broadsword. Alright, so here is a double header. Again, demolish the demons as well as arsonists, so you can combine them. Because the arsonist, you just need to set your enemies alight 50 times, and this is where I like to use the flaming longbow on these guys. So it's very annoying this level, especially because they tilt the platform, and then if you just shoot them, they'll continuously take damage. So it's best that once you get rid of one, it's much better. But just this is the best strategy, is just get your flaming longbow and then shoot until they are no longer with us. If you do struggle with this, I know a lot of people complained about this also in the remake. Once they tilt it, you just need to be on the other side. So just make sure to continuously try, and you'll get there eventually. Okay, cool. So remember what I said earlier is that to unlock the top me up, you need to deplete 10 Fountain of Life. So once you've done that on your 10th one, the trophy will unlock. Alright, so back in the King of Cups, so you need to go back to the area where you've actually unleashed the shadow demons. Still, is Daniel actually the good guy in this game? But you need to go back and then basically get the chalice. Okay, cool. So in the Lake of the Dead level, on the left side of the level, you'll find a life bottle just nestled on a small platform. So you just do your daring dash and jump over. Okay, cool. Then on the right hand side of the level, you have to go back and then you have to go and pick up the chalice. So yeah, it's nestled on the right side of the level, the opposite side of where you actually got the life bottle. And then once you get back to the Hall of Heroes, you'll pick up arguably the best weapon in the game, which is the magic sword. Okay, so this is the level, this is the trophy. You need to do the ant level twice. So you need to throw 42 pieces of chicken and you only get 30 under time. So just do the level twice and you'll get this trophy. Okay, so the chalice is located near the end of the level. You just need to basically, where you exit the level, you just go a bit back as on screen, head in the structure and pick up the chalice. Okay, cool. So back to basically a weapons arm dealer in the Hall of Heroes, the Centaur again. So this time you'll pick up the magic longbow, which is a lot more potent in the remake than it was in the original version. Okay, so to unlock the stop hitting yourself, you can just basically smack you don't need to do this within fighting the dragon boss, but you can just actually go and smack the ground and then hit yourself with the rocks. Okay, cool. This is also one of those bosses that was a lot more difficult in the remake than it was here in the original version. So you need those dragon gems to actually unlock this boss fight. Hence that you must have picked them up. So just a reminder, there one is in the labyrinth, not the labyrinth, in the asylum, and the other one is at the end of the pumpkin serpent boss fight. So basically what you need to do is you need to smack the rocks on the head of the dragon. It's clockwise, so if you're on the right side, it'll always fall to your right side, and unless you're at the bottom one, then it'll fall on your left side. But it's a clockwise rotation. So once you've hit the dragon enough times on its head, you'll defeat them. I'm actually not sure if the dragon armor forms part of the trophy, but I'm just putting it in there. You also need this to progress the story, so just pick it up. It'll save you a lot of time. You cannot complete the game in any case without it. Okay, cool. So in the crystal caves in the beginning of the level, the chalice is located there, so just make sure to pick that up. So you're gonna have to backtrack a bit in the level because you'll only get enough souls at the end of the level. Okay, cool. So back in Hall of Heroes, go pick up some lightning. It's sure to leave some shocking enemies shocked. Okay, cool. So now you need to defeat the Serpent of Galomir. Just get out your magic sword. This thing deals a lot of damage, but it's a glass cannon, a few shots and it's gone. Okay, cool. On the outside, just remember to go and pick up the chalice. You can, it's near the exit of the level. So yeah, just make sure to pick up the chalice first. Alright, cool. And all of heroes, you'll pick up a life bottle for your efforts. Man, this centaur has really nice stuff. Alright, cool. So back in Peregrine's Castle, the chalice is located at the beginning of the level, but you can only actually obtain it in the clock down section of the level, you know, the timer where basically everything is, well, the castle is gonna get destroyed in any case. So you have a minute and a half to basically escape. So you just run on here, and before you exit, just run up here, turn left, up, and pick up the chalice. Alright, cool. So now we're back in the most annoying level of this game, and that's the bloody pirate ship. So here you need to remember to pick up the chalice. It's there in the crow's nest on the left side. Okay, cool. So one of the most annoying levels that I had when I was a kid was the Bonehead Bone Dead level. So unlike the remake, which is where it's actually a lot easier, where you can use the dragon armor, for instance, you cannot use the dragon armor here. You need to use the club. So you need to switch between your magic sword to kill the mobs, and then you need to light your club alight, and then you just need to bloody wail on this guy with the cannons. You need to get your timing right and not panic like I did a few times, you know, getting back that memory flashbacks of this bloody thing. But yeah, so you just need to continue, just stay calm, switch to your magic sword. When the mobs arrive, don't try to be clever, always kill them first before trying to damage the captain. Switch to your club. There is an infinite amount of clubs here in this level, so yeah, well, in this section, if you run out, so just switch around and then make sure to kill all the mobs and then kill the bloody stupid captain, because he sucks. Yeah, and enough about that. Yeah, just beat them. Okay, to unlock the Zipzat's Imp Splat trophy, you just need to lighting some imps. So I think it's 12 of them. Just make sure that you kill all the imps just with lighting, and you can do it in that foyer level. Okay, so in the foyer level, on the basically where you would go where that waterfall is basically where this intro cinematic is. You go there to the waterfall section and pick up the chalice. Okay, back in the Hall of Heroes, go pick up another life bottle. Okay, cool. So in the time machine level, you need to go back to the beginning of the level. No, I'm lying. Not in the beginning of the level, in that circular section of the level. You jump up this pipe, and then you just go and pick up the chalice. Okay, cool. So you need to go back now to the beginning of the level. You just need to put the right clock in to unlock, well, to open a pathway towards the life bottle, and then that will be the last one. Okay, cool. So once you've basically concluded your last visit to the Hall of Heroes, the King of Cups will unlock. Okay, commencing in the final battle, you would get the good lightning, and this will also be the final weapon you need to collect for the game, and this will also unlock the Danet arms. Alright, cool. So unlock the Almost a Hero trophy. You basically need to deplete all your health in the final battle. This is, yeah, you just need to die. So So this battle is extremely easy. Get out your magic sword, chase this horse, and then wail on him. The magic sword is the best weapon here. Okay, cool. So this is also the final trophy in the game. So well done to sticking with me in this journey of Medieval 1. So yeah, we need to defeat Zarok. So Zarok has a few attacks. When I say a few attacks, mainly he runs upon you and then you just need to dash. And then once his shield is down, you need to pepper him with either whatever weapon you have. I'd start with the magic longbows and I work my way through basically all the projectile weapons, like your, what you call it, the spears, the flaming arrows. There's no waiting now. You need to use basically all the weapons. So the magic longbows deal a ton of damage, but you are limited in your ammo of them. So I usually I'll keep on him. So the first phase is, as you can see on screen, he runs at you at full speed, and then he basically tries to spit you with acid. This is an annoying part. As I said, you just need to run away. Make sure to always have a shield on. I just neglected that part a bit. But you also need to basically draw him into attacking you, otherwise he'll just always have that shield on. So there I actually realized. So here I switched to my spears. And spears are also a good way because spears deals the most damage of any weapon, projectile weapon, but they take a long time. So now Zarok switches to this fire attack of his. Here I think eventually I did switch to the flaming longbows because the flaming longbows just attacks quicker. So because your spear takes too long to basically wound up. So yeah, I ran away from him. And eventually I switched to my flaming longbow and then I just finished him off. So yeah, that is basically it for Zarok. And once you've done that, that will be also the final trophy. Cool, alright, thanks everyone for sticking out the guide till the end. If this guide helped you in any way, please consider subscribing to the channel, and then I'll see you guys next month for an updated trophy guide, for the new trophy guide, not an updated one, a new trophy guide as well. So alright, cheers guys, thanks for watching.